and the
Sorry, I just realized that
yes.
the camera wasn't even recording. So basically,
Yeah.
welcome back, everybody. We're talking
Okay.
about our targeting situations, and it turns out a lot of what Sam has experienced, it seems like Sister Cheryl has
And
experienced
I know
the same
another
thing.
lady as well that's going through the
It's
same
the
thing.
same thing. So from your point
Mhm.
of view, because in the manual it seems to suggest that anybody who complains about a corruption of some sort, if you seek to have legal redress for something, in Sister Cheryl's case, I really think it's the midazolam situation, because your mother was given the drug midazolam to, you know,
Yes.
terminate her life. And
Mm.
it sounds like after that, because I've heard of somebody else getting targeted after that, but it
Okay.
appears to be a punishment program. Would you agree with that?
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, because what I know I've been through for May now would be 10 years. It's not as much as other people have gone through, but I've never
For
experienced
decades.
anything. Yes, and it's 10 years out of my life where my musical career has been on pause because and I've written so many letters, local MPs several times, the mayor, the councillors, the people at Housing Association, which is London and Quadrant. They're actually supporting these people. They know what's going on. It's not just them, but there are people all across the board, as far as I'm concerned, who know about this and who, every time you take a step forward, they put a block in front of you. Every time you try to do this, they put a block. They take your letters, they convolute your information. And there's nothing wrong with me being left alone wouldn't fix, and they want to say that you have mental health issues, pretending that they don't know what you're talking about. What do they call that? Gaslighting? Is that what that's called? Um, it's just what they're doing, but it's very sad because I'm a very spiritual person, and it's like I'm looking at grown people with the minds of less than children. I've got a cat here who's more intelligent, and it's
Yeah.
just I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the actual manual, and we will pull it up again, it basically suggests that it is a punishment program for people
Mm,
who they have wronged. So basically, we have
yes.
people in our public services who have
Yes.
in some way done something, shape, or form, and the person who they've done it to, they do not want that person to speak up about it. So they put them on a program whereby we're literally tracked like lab rats
Yeah.
24/7.
Yes. Because I know, as Sam said, I know I'm watched when I'm sleeping. I believe they can hear my heartbeat in here because I remember when it came to me, and I used to creep around in here because every time I moved, that first man was always on top of me, always. Um, he would just follow me like my ceiling was glass. It was just, I've never experienced anything like that. And when you tell people, they're looking at you sideways like there's something wrong with you. And I know there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. And I know that I'm merely talking about my experiences, which are, to put it mildly, bizarre,
So,
and
mm, yeah, I was just going to bring our sister in. Welcome back, sis. I don't know
mm,
if you didn't get in through the link, but what we found out is that Sam and Cheryl have got similar experiences of people. Have you ever had the situation where people are above you and they're banging above you, or they're shadowing? Has your targeting played up like that, or how's yours in relation to what's happening to you? Can you hear us, Sister Ambience? Oh, we can't hear you at all. Did you click on the mute? Oh, I think it might be still configuring your audio. Talk now. Let's see if we can hear you. We can hear something. So, Sister Cheryl, while she's figuring out are you? Can you speak? Let's see if we can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, obviously not.
She can't hear me. You can't hear me? No, she can't. So, Sam, in relation to what Sister Cheryl was saying, did you relate to that?
Oh yes, definitely. Definitely, they monitor you inside your home.
Yes,
They
you're being
know.
stalked. You're stalked. You've been
Yes.
stalked in. They found a way to stalk you inside your home. It's really
Yes.
that simple.
Yes.
And it's terrible. People don't get how. I mean, if I was stalked outside, I can leave him or her outside and come inside and have peace and quiet. But when they found a way to stalk you in, so because in that manual as well, it said something along the lines of making you can't be relaxed. I've noticed that if I sing, if I laugh, if I play with my cat, they'll come directly above me and make some sort of noise, some kind of distraction, some sort of banging, and she
That's
can do
right.
it. Yes, because they do
And
not
I
want you to
wonder,
be happy.
I wonder, do they see you like your actual picture, or do they sense your
Well, I've
frequency?
often,
Because
yes,
I
I've,
find it so humiliating where you're
yes,
in the
yes,
bathroom or you're naked
yes,
changing, or
yes, right,
I'm a religious person, and I always, when
yes,
I'm experiencing this
yes,
stalk inside my home, I always say I belong to Jesus. I don't belong to
yes,
anybody. No one
yes,
owns me. I
right,
speak out this to myself because
yeah,
it's so
yeah.
humiliating knowing that I'm changing my
That's
clothes and
right.
somebody there is telling me,
Well,
I can see
yes,
you.
yes. Well, that's right. Because I tell you what the first man used to do. I would go in to use my toilet. I'd sit on the toilet and he would then walk in with outdoor shoes, no carpet. And in these buildings, you're supposed to have carpet if you have wooden floors. But the housing association are not reinforcing these laws. They are aiding these people to do what they're doing. And humiliation is part of the program.
Yeah.
So every time I would sit on the toilet, someone would come in and stand above me. Now there's 3 people living upstairs in a 1-bedroom flat, which is clearly overcrowding, and they're still not doing anything about them. And all 3 of them harass me. So it's not just one now, it's 3.
Okay.
And what the mother would do would be lifting the porcelain toilet, on the toilet system and just dropping it while I'm sitting on the toilet. Or the pipes, because they're old, when you close a faucet, it makes all the pipes bang. So you would get a succession of pipe banging as soon as I sat on the toilet. Or if I was in the shower, then they would clamber in and bang in the bathtub directly above me. I now shower in a swimming costume. I won't get in the bath unless I have a swimming costume on. These are how these things affect your daily life. And I now don't care when I'm sitting on the toilet, because I do what I need to do. And I just say to them, because I talk to them when I'm in here, just as I'm talking to you, I will talk to them because I know they have this place rigged out to the back teeth with high um, uh, quality, top grade equipment that can hear me in here very, because I'm a professional musician. And the way they react to me, they shouldn't be able to do that from down here. It's like they can hear me too well, if that makes sense. So that lets me know that they're using equipment that's high tech, very high tech.
Yeah.
They can see me. And also, if they're using infrared or thermal, or look through the wall devices, they will be emitting radiation. I've started having issues with my vision, um, even though I'm taking top quality vitamins that target the eye health. They're still deteriorating. Every now and then I would get, my ears felt like they were, like someone poked something in them, and they were irritated. And I've got an EMF monitor. I've got a black lamp right in front of my window in the kitchen. I have EMF curtains, and if I lift that curtain and hold the monitor up to it, you can clearly see the reading peak and then drop. So there was lamps outside my bathroom window on the side street, which were on day and night,
Yeah, because
day and night.
actually, I did get a message from Mark Steele, who's the 5G weapons expert, and he said that they're rolling out the 5G outside. So
Yes.
I know that you had a lamp that was outside permanently outside your
Yeah,
window.
it's still there.
Yes. Now I'm really keen to hear from our sister. She's gone again. I
Yes.
think her
yes.
connection is really, really bad. Now, I think this is a good opportunity to read some things from the manual. If just
Ladies, as we speak, I would like to show you just as an evidence what I'm doing to protect myself.
oh, that would be great.
So this is the camera I installed over my bed. Can you see it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Can you see it? It's directed to my bed. Okay.
Right.
So so when the neighbor bangs, obviously I will get like an alarm from the camera to say there's noise.
Right.
Yes,
So the camera get triggered. So at least I have that in recording.
yes.
But since I have
You're gone a little bit broken up now, Sam. I can't hear you so well. We can't hear you so well, Sam. Sam? Sam, I think it's but Sam, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Sam?
Yeah. So since
You're breaking up. We can't hear you very well. Can you hear me?
just
You're
maybe
really breaking up.
maybe because I turned the camera on and that's just affected the.
Yes, the actual Wi-Fi or
But
what
Can you
have
hear
you.
me, ladies?
Yes, saying about the
Yeah, but what I
what you
want
were
to
saying
do,
about the
ladies,
recording.
yeah, just explain about what you put up. Because
So
I know
I
Sister
installed
Cheryl
a
has got
camera.
Yes,
I
I
installed the
just
camera on the top of my bed.
Yes.
And so when the neighbors they bang at nighttime when I go to bed, the camera get triggered and it says alarm.
Yes, they're
So
trying
at
to
least I
mess
get
with
that
your
in
sleep.
recording.
They're
Yes.
messing with your sleep. That's what they did to me. My sleep patterns are totally screwed up now, unfortunately, but because I would sit up late trying to avoid them. But he sat up late too. So he would just sit up. He would not go to bed until I went to bed. But I've also done the camera thing too. But what you're talking about with the recording, anytime I record, there's someone directly above me right there now. If I record, they know when I'm recording and they'll stop. So I can just reach out and put on something that's recording and they stop making their noise. It's so they have this place rigged. I don't know how they've done it. There may be pressure because the floorboards are really creaky. There may be pressure pads and things in the floor, but I believe they're picking up my biometrics, like my heartbeat. I had my phone just go off and do its own thing where someone from up there played a loop and it was talking about the moving to the beat of my heart and my drums. So there was a message in there for me and it was looped on my phone and I couldn't control my phone.
Okay, so sorry, ladies, I'm just trying to get them because Sister Ambience is trying to get in and she can't.
Yeah.
So it keeps dropping off. Now, would you say that your situation was a experimental place?
Yes, I personally believe that this is some sort of social experiment because
I
so
believe
many
the same.
people, because so many people that should know about it are saying they don't know. There's no one that, because this is actually traumatic. These things, these experiences are traumatic. And if I didn't have the character I have, I would be in a mental institution.
Breaking
I would have
down,
been a
yes,
long
easily.
time ago, a long time
Definitely,
ago.
yeah. I
And
think what I feel as well, what I have gathered as well, the more you keep going, the more they
yes,
experiment. You can see how far
yes.
can you
How
go.
far? Yes, because
Um,
their end goal is to break you,
mhm,
and they are sadistic, and they are evil, and they are satanic, and they are demonic, and so their
yeah.
end. I mean, the level of, you see, people like us don't understand it because we don't understand the level of evil that they're operating on, and that's why we don't get it. You know, and that's why people don't believe you when you tell them, well, why would anybody do that? Well, you know what?
They
I
do.
can't talk. Yes, I can't
Anybody
talk to
say
people
that,
like that.
they are part
Yeah.
of it.
Yes,
Anybody
yes,
denies
yes.
it, they are part of
Yes,
it.
yes,
And you'll
yes.
be shocked to know the amount of people that are participating in those
Yes,
programs.
yes. And they're getting paid to do it. And
Absolutely.
I know another lady that said that when she was, because they mess with her, they mess with my phone, they mess with my computer, they mess with her TV all the time. So she's constantly caught. And because they want you to engage with them. They don't want you to do what you were doing. They want to pull you off the track that you're on. So every time, you know, she has a TV, they're messing with her and messing with her TV. You know, and she said that when she came out into the hallway one time, the woman that was above her with the daughter came up to her and said, oh, we can see. And just before she said what she had to say next, the mother nudged her violently to make her stop saying what she was about to say.
Which is, we can
So
see you.
we can see you. Yes, yes.
Right.
And
So
she said they
basically,
have monitors in their places. They can hear. If I'll, you know, me, because I'll tell them about themselves when I'm in here, when they start doing what they're doing, to the point where they'll leave me alone for the day. And she bangs. I said, you know, love, there's no amount of banging that will change who you are and what you're doing, and that at some point, all of this that you're doing will come right back to you and everybody that's up there doing this. So no amount of banging is going to change that.
so Sister Sherry, I have a question, please. So what you're saying, you are experiencing more of a gang stalking rather than using directed energy
Yes,
weapon and an
yes, at the
EMF.
moment.
What
Yes, at the
symptoms
moment.
do you have
Well,
any symptoms? Or?
Well, my symptoms are it totally, all of this totally altered my sleep patterns. So and because I tried to sleep, try to avoid them by not being around when I thought they would be sleeping. But the first person that was here didn't sleep. In actual fact, was an insomniac. Excuse me. And then with all of this, because it gets very stressful, then when you're constantly stressed, it then has a physical effect on you. So then I started to get really, you know, unwell, you know, aches and pains, tiredness, you know, not feeling right, not feeling like doing anything because you're constantly dealing with someone literally like chipping away. I can't hear the other sister. I just got a message coming through.
yeah, did you
Um,
all get that message, or was it just you?
I got a message. I don't.
I think everybody should have got it. Can you hear us?
I got the message, yes.
Yeah, can you hear us? I don't think she can. She's struggling with her throat. There's something you
Samson,
could do
there's
in
something
order
I
to
need
hear
to.
audio, but no longer given the option.
Um,
So maybe you need to
And she
reboot.
come out and enter again
Yeah,
for
she's
another
come out
time?
and just gone in. Did you come out and just go in? No
no
audio
audio
whatsoever.
whatsoever.
Can you hear us though? Can you hear us? Can you hear? I'm not sure
No, I
if she
don't think
can
she
hear
can. I don't
us.
think she can.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't think she can. She says she's got no audio, so that might be running both ways.
Okay, what I want to do is I want to actually read a little bit of the manual, a little bit more of the manual, because the manual does really show you what this is about. For anybody who's not familiar with this program and thinks that what these ladies are talking about, and what in fact all of us are talking about, it's basically they're waging war against, I would say it's waging war against people that that they want to silence in one way, shape, or form. Let me pull up this manual somehow. I'm just trying to find it. Aha, I found it. Wait a minute. Now, I want there's a section. It starts with a general kind of opening, and it tells you basically a little bit about it. So operations in general are of the active surveillance type. Passive surveillance is watching the targets covertly to obtain information about the target. Active surveillance can include information gathering, but it also includes agent making the target aware that he is under surveillance. Beyond active surveillance, agents perform acts to keep the target uncomfortable around the clock. Although operations are silently approved of and covered for by the official justice system, they are not seen as criminal in nature by citizens who do not have strong sense of right or wrong. Agents must take care of that each and every act of punishment is deniable.
Yeah.
This means that should the target complain to the police or any other officials or friends or neighbors or family members or doctors, the nature of the punishment must be seen as the target's overactive imagination, or better yet, an indication the target is mentally ill. The system has worked for years to recruit the medical establishment to help maintain deniability. I think, I'm not sure how much time we have left on the clock. Can you see the clock from inside? And any of you? I can't see the clock, so I don't want it to cut off while I'm talking. Most targets are immediately labeled as mentally ill and forced into antipsychotic medication when they complain. But agents must still do their part to skillfully perform acts of punishment so that almost anyone the target complains to will deny a crime against the target has taken place. As an agent, you will be trained how to do this. Now, what's interesting, particularly, I want to read out this list. Sister Cheryl was talking about on the and Sister Sam. It says target actions to be reported included but not limited to. Target turns lights on to start the day. Target uses the toilet or the shower. Target exits residence. Target drives away. Target arrives at work.